13 is on your side.
Welcome back. Well, maybe you got to check out ArtPrize this weekend. It just officially kicked off on Friday. Don't worry, you still have plenty of time, several weeks to check it out. And while you may associate ArtPrize with paintings, drawings, sculptures, there's some really neat interactive and installation type work to check out. And that includes by two co-owners of a small business here in our area. I'm joined by Caitlin Fitzpatrick and Camille Steverson, co-owners of Second Vibes. Guys, thanks so much for being here to talk about this. We're going to get all into your entry in ArtPrize this year, which is your first time having an entry. But first, let's talk about Second Vibes. Tell everyone a little bit about what your small business is and how it got started. I mean, you guys started as friends and college roommates, and now you're in ArtPrize, which is so cool.
Yeah, so Second Vibes really evolved from our friendship and our love of thrifting in college.
Yeah.
It started as a side hustle. We really were just doing it for fun and as a hobby. And over time, doing pop-up shops and markets, we got a really positive response from the community, and it made us realize that it was something that would have real potential for us as a real career.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're ever people that really seen ourselves in a typical 9 to 5. So the way that everything panned out, it just seemed like it made sense at the time.
Okay, and we were just kind of chatting. There is a really cool vintage thrifting, upcycling scene here in Grand Rapids. Obviously, you guys are a part of that. For anyone who kind of hasn't dabbled in that sort of shopping and just that kind of an art form, really, what do you guys love so much about it? Camille, I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, so SoDiv is the community that we're in, and it's vastly growing with vintage shops, so we're really excited to be a part of that. We're actually going on a little bit over 3 years of having our shop downtown, so that's really exciting, and we love to be part of the community and just grow alongside it. When we first got into our business, it was mainly based around like secondhand clothing, vintage clothing. From that, we grew a big love into wanting to design our own clothes, and that kind of turned into upcycling. So that means you take secondhand materials and turn it into something new. And yeah, so we've been doing that for about 3 years now, and it's been amazing to be part of the growing community of vintage shops and creatives and small businesses downtown.
So cool and so impressive, especially just in how the economy is going these days, that as a small business, you guys have continued to thrive over the last couple of years. And the upcycling is really how you guys kind of segued into the ArtPrize scene. I know you guys have been a venue for the last couple of years, but now you have an installation that's up now and a fashion show coming up this weekend, which is so cool. But it's not, necessarily your typical fashion show that people may think of. Tell us a little bit about, let's start with the installation. Caitlin, maybe you start with this one. What is the installation? Tell us a little bit about it.
So the installation is called Scraps. It's really a look into our world as sustainable fashion designers, and also there's some educational aspects on sustainable fashion and how to be a more conscious consumer in a society that really thrives on overconsumption and convenience, and just trying to give people ways to make those more conscious choices without it feeling so overwhelming. We really want to show people that you don't have to be perfect to make small choices that can overall make a big difference.
I love that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Our whole installation is made out of secondhand material. That's where the word scraps came from.
Yeah.
We use a lot of denim scraps, cargo material. You'll see a lot of lace throughout the installation, and just also a lot that shows our journey along the way and things that we've done in the past.
So cool. And so that's been up since the start of ArtPrize, obviously started on Friday. And then the fashion show event is this coming Saturday. Camille, tell us a little bit about what that is going to entail. Obviously fashion, but with your own unique spin on it, which is so neat.
Yes, so we're gonna have 20 models, 20 different looks, and they're all going to be upcycled looks created by Caitlin and I.
Wow.
We have a very small team working on this. We are the main designers. It's all gonna be based around found materials and found items, secondhand materials, and us upcycling them into something new. So it's a little bit of a different spin on your typical designer fashion show.
Yeah.
We want to be really engaging and interactive in a sense. We're going to kind of have the models walking throughout the crowd. They're going to be walking throughout the whole of the gallery. So we're also going to end with a meet and greet as well. So that's going to give people an up close chance to kind of look at the models, look at the looks, ask questions about how long something took or what material it's made out of. So we're really, we're hoping that people leave inspired and leave looking at different ways to create and use your imagination. Yeah.
I love this. This is so, and I feel like that meet and greet piece is key, because it's one thing to look at something, but to actually know the story behind what you guys did to, put a piece together is a whole nother thing. How long did this take for you guys to create all of these outfits, create this installation? What's the process been like?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to pinpoint an exact number because we honestly have spent countless nights
a
and
long
hours
time.
working on the project. Installation just at the gallery space probably took 5 days.
Yeah, just to install.
Yeah, just for installation, not including all the pieces that had to be created for it. I mean, we're looking at hundreds and hundreds of hours of work creating pieces for the installation and also creating pieces for the show. Upcycling is really cool because you can have more unique pieces. It's things that you may not have seen before, but it also does add an extra time-consuming factor because with upcycling comes a lot of deconstructing of materials that were maybe already put together or damaged. You aren't working with like a perfect piece of fabric.
Right.
So you have to, I don't know, like maneuver to accommodate that, and that does add an extra element of time to the process. But it's also part of why we love it.
Yeah, and which is why it's in a part of something called ArtPrize, because you guys created this, you crafted this, you designed it, you worked so hard on it, and now you're showing it off, which is so neat. And are the pieces that you guys create, do you also create pieces that people can buy in your store? Is that something you're doing right now or something in the works?
Yeah, we definitely sell our upcycled pieces in store along with vintage. We are going to have all the pieces from our fashion show collection available for sale probably within the next few weeks to month after the fashion show happens. And we always accept like custom orders for upcycled designs and things like that. But this has really made us realize how much we really want to get back into making more of our upcycled and reworked designs, because people really resonate with them, and it's really why we got into designing. I don't know, it's a big part of what we love.
It's so personal and so intricate. I love that. And for anyone who's watching who maybe hasn't dabbled in any sort of vintage or thrift shopping, or maybe, hears about this and thinks maybe it's not their vibe, what would your word to them be to just give this a chance, come into the store, check out? I mean, obviously you guys put so much passion into this, and there's a huge scene for it here in the Grand Rapids area. What would your push to them be to just come check you guys out?
Yeah, I would say, we're open to everybody kind of experiencing it, even if you're not in the now of upcycling or thrifting. We definitely think that we can give you a different perspective on things. And we definitely think it will be interesting regardless, just to see what we can make out of found materials, and maybe we can give you a different perspective. Our installation isn't like normal, I feel like, pieces in ArtPrize. There's a bunch of different categories, whether that's 2D, 3D. We're an installation, so I would say it's quite immersive. We want you to be able to walk into our world to an extent. So I would just give it a try. I feel like it's worth trying something new and helping support a small business. We would appreciate, anyone's feedback regardless.
And obviously there's such a push to environmentally wise, if you're getting what I'm getting at there, to not be shopping fast fashion, to not be, ordering something quick that's showing up the next day, but one, supporting a small business, but two, using materials and outfits and items and things that are already out there and just using them kind of to create a new life for them, which is really cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're definitely trying to show different. Sustainability isn't about doing one thing. It's not about, boycotting all big businesses. It's not about just shopping small. There's so many little things you can do, whether that's, reusing something that you already have, or, sharing with a friend, maybe when you have clothes that you don't want anymore. There's so many different options. So we're just trying to show the vastness of what sustainability can look like and how those little actions really do count and matter and add up.
I love this. I love this. Okay, so the fashion show is Saturday night, so this coming Saturday. The installation is up right now, so whenever your normal ArtPrize hours, folks can come check out the installation. Anything else people need to know if they want to check out the event on Saturday?
Yeah, so our installation is located at the Biophilia Gallery. It is the ArtPrize Gallery, and it's all the pieces in there are based around nature, sustainability, connecting with the earth. So it's a very curated and special gallery for us to be in for ArtPrize. And the fashion show, it will be on September 27th. We will kick it off with a cocktail hour. We'll have an open bar. And then at 8 p.m., we will have the fashion show. And after that, we will go directly into the meet and greet period where people will be able to interact with the garments up close, speak with us as the designers, and mingle a little bit more until we close it out at 10.
I love this.
Yeah.
Okay, and remind folks too where your store is if they want to come check out Second Vibes.
Yeah, Second Vibes is located downtown at 13 Division Ave South. We're right on the corner of Division and Fulton, and we have a bunch of amazing, talented ArtPrize artists in our store as well. Highly recommend people come and check out the pieces that we have in store because there's some really talented artists.
Awesome. Caitlin and Camille, thanks so much for coming in. Congratulations on all this incredible work that you're doing, this entry into ArtPrize, your thriving small business. I so appreciate you guys coming in and talking about it. Good luck on Saturday. And again, folks can check out your store anytime, even long past ArtPrize being over.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, this was so great. I learned so much. I feel so inspired. All right, guys, thanks so much.